What's up guys, DuArktik here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we're going to talk about the Shadow King trials. I'm going to give you my save squads in order for you to one-shot all the nodes. I think it's going to be pretty easy, even on maximum difficulty. And we're going to go really quick through the teams that you're going to use, explain why I think these teams are going to be able to be extremely successful. And also talk about the enemies that we are facing. Unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be very easy, so we might have a lot of people with very high scores. And usually when we have an easy unlock for a legendary, that means that legendary is not very good. But we're gonna wait until next week and see. As soon as possible we are going to unlock this guy, and we are going to test him out in multiple game modes. We'll be live on YouTube and on Twitch as always, so if you guys want to join in. Okay, so let's break down all the information that you need to know in order for you to be successful on these upcoming Shadow King unlock trials. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to give you my save squad. So as always, if you like information on these videos, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and make sure you smash that like button like a boss. Okay, so with any trials, we have the packs that we are going to use. You need a minimum of 100,000 points in order for you to qualify for the leaderboards. This is very easy to obtain even if you are a new player. And this is going to be the legendary for the Astral team. Is the Astral team necessary for anything? To be honest, not really. We'll talk about that in a future video. And we are going to have first time leaderboard rewards. Scopely has done this in the past, but then they repeated the leaderboard either way, so we'll see what's gonna happen. We have the difficulty packs. The packs look very easy. The team required, as we knew from the past, it's going to be Illuminati and Annihilators. And we also have callouts for Mercenaries and Undying. If you didn't invest until now on Mercenaries, you should definitely invest on them, as they will bring you a lot of value for Dark Dimension, Raids, Cosmic Crucible, Alliance Wars, pretty much anywhere. The Mercenaries, the Mercs for Money, they are a very strong team with value in every single game mode, so you should definitely use them. And then we have a Global Villain and we have Brawlers. Now, one of the packs will give you Cosmic Crucible abilities, so the Global Villains become pretty easy to decide which ones you're gonna use. And Brawlers, you cannot use Ultimus and Super Scroll, so we're gonna keep that in mind. And that's pretty much it. If you look at the characters that you have available for these, we have a lot of top meta characters. And the enemies that we are facing, they are lame as hell, so it's gonna be overall very easy. In terms of packs, we have the Experimental Serum 2 and 3, which increase the health of the enemies. The Crucible abilities will be active. The Arena abilities will be active, so this is gonna help mostly the Annihilators, but also remember that some of the Secret Defenders, even Infinity Watch, have specific callout for Arena, so keep that in mind as well. Magneto was right, mutant villain characters will do more damage. We are actually not going to use any, maybe one mutant villain, beyond that not really. Villain tech on spawn reduce the resistance of the enemies by 5%, this is like whatever. Cosmic villain characters gain 5% speed bar on their turn, so this is going to be almost meaningless, so keep that in mind. And then we have bio villain characters will heal up for 10% health, not a big deal. Villainous momentum, when you kill a hero enemy or a hero character, when a hero character dies, you're gonna get 50% speed bar. This is gonna work for heroes and villains, so for yourself and for the NPCs. And global hero characters gain 5% damage for Avenger, Wakanda, in Illuminati. This is in order to buff your Illuminati, because that's the only team that has Avengers, Wakanda, and Iron Man and Inhumans, and specifically they want you to use Iron Man, and we'll talk about that why in a second. And then Shadow King trials, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so we have all the information here. You should have your characters at 6 yellow stars if you want to participate on the highest difficulty, which is difficulty 15. And that's pretty much it. I don't think this is going to be a problem for most people. Even if you're a new player, free-to-play player, mostly you have no restrictions. And I think you need to participate on difficulty 4 in order for you to unlock this character. And you can see that the restrictions are very broad anyway. I guess the Mercenary Undying is going to be a problem, but everything else it will be very easy to obtain as a new player. Okay, here we have all the enemies that we are facing, and I'm going to be honest, this is very easy, very easy. Even if you are a new player, even if you are free to play, it doesn't matter, this is going to be very easy. Now, what I'm going to do is jump back and forth between the enemies that we are facing and the team that we are going to use, so it kind of makes sense. Okay, so for the first node, it has no restrictions, and this is the team that we are going to use. We're going to use Nightcrawler, Pavitre, Old Man Logan, Val, and Thanos. This is because these characters are very strong on their own, and you also want to make sure that they have their ultimates available, so whenever you use them, you can use their ultimates turn 1. Old Man Logan ultimate is extremely important to have available as fast as possible. Pavitre, he gives speed up to all hero characters. It's not going to be useful here, it's going to be useful in another node, so keep that in mind. Thanos ultimate and Thanos and Val ultimate are also important to have. So this is going to be the team that we are going to use on the first node, the unrestricted node, just to make sure that all these characters have their ultimates available. Okay, so for the second node, the requirements are Illuminati, and our enemies are Sinister Six. Nothing special. We have a Red Hulk over here as well, but he has no health boost, so he's gonna get destroyed. Now, these Sinister Six, they have the Cosmic Crucible buffs, but there is no Green Goblin Classic or Vulture on the first wave. So because there is no on the first wave, it doesn't matter. And either way, we are using Illuminati that counter Sinister Six either way. So the team that we are going to use, it's going to be this one, and the position is important. The position is very important. You want to make sure that Iron Man is between Ant-Man and Shuri. You could also put Black Bolt next to Iron Man if you want to make sure that you use the ultimate of Black Bolt early on. I don't think it's going to be necessary, but you want Iron Man to be here so he gives energy for these two, and then Shuri can give more energy to the entire team. So this is the best way you can maximize your damage output, while at the same time making sure that you have more support and sustainability with healing, and then at the same time you have full energy all the time. So this is going to be the best position, best way for you to play with your Illuminati. Let's move on to the next node. We have a global villain, and on these global villains you can see that we are facing right away two mystic characters. So here we can use Orcish, Cabal, and Apocalypse. There are a few other global villain characters that you could use, like Omega Red and so on, but I think this is going to be the best option for this first node. It's going to use Cabal, which they have all their Cosmic Crucible effects active, and then Morgan Le Fay, Raider, and Emma Frost. This will make sure that we have a speed advantage. Because we are facing mystic characters, Morgan Le Fay will go first. She will rewind the remaining enemies, apply Disrupt to them, apply Slow to them. Your team will get speed up, and then you just obliterate them with Namor Ultimate and Iron Patriot Special. After that, you just have to manage your cooldowns in order for you to make sure that you can do the same on the next node. But Morgan Le Fay here, facing mystic characters, is going to be almost necessary, and Emma Frost is here just to give you that speed advantage that the enemies don't have. Okay, let's move on to the next one. The next one, we have Brawlers, non-mythical, and we're going to use those hero brawlers that we were preparing. They don't have to be hero brawlers, but for this specific node, I would definitely use hero brawlers. So we are facing Sentinels, 4 of them. We are facing Lady Deathstrike and Silver Samurai and Sabretooth. So I would, as much as possible, try to use fast characters so we can destroy them before they destroy us. And because of that, we are going to use this team. Now, you don't have to use every single of these characters. You definitely have to use Nightcrawler and Pavitre. Those are going to be the 2 most important characters. Now, in my opinion, I would definitely use Blade and Moon Knight, because their damage output is absurd, and Pavitre is going to give speed up to all hero characters. Nightcrawler, you can start with his ultimate or with his special, it's up to you. The ultimate is going to apply slow to all the enemies, so you have even more time to destroy them. And the last character is pretty much up to you. If you have the Ancient One, I would definitely use her, because she's a hero character. She's going to get the speed up from Pavitre, and on top of that, she's going to provide counters for the entire team. And all of these characters have very powerful counter-attack basics, so why not, right? This guy is going to give speed up, this guy is going to give buffs to himself, this guy is going to do tons of damage plus rewind. So Ancient One is going to be one of the best picks. If you want to take Val or Thanos or whatever, you can take them. I just think it's unnecessary, because these enemies that we are facing are so weak. And with the speed advantage of Pavitre, that gives you speed up for 2 turns, you can pretty much obliterate all the enemies with their ultimates, and you don't have to worry about anything. Okay, so that's gonna be the team for node number 4 with the brawlers. Let's move on to the next one, Mercs and Undying. So for this one, it's pretty easy what we're gonna use. We have a Spider Weaver here, but something about Spider Weaver is that you can clear her charges with assists. So you want to have a team that has a lot of assists. Who has a lot of assists is going to be the Mercs for money. And like we said on the first node, we're going to take Old Man Logan on the first node to make sure he has his ultimate available turn 1. And then you just use his ultimate and you pretty much obliterate all your enemies. You remove all those charges from Spider Weaver. All these guys are going to obliterate these enemies. The enemies are super slow. We have 2 Absorbing Mans, we have Titanias. Sure, they have the Cosmic Crucible effects, which can be annoying, but we can clear those negative effects away with our characters. And we're gonna be fine overall. We just need to be a little bit lucky. If you want to reduce your luck, you could use, for example, Zombie Juggernaut in this team and put Old Man Logan next to Zombie Juggernaut, and like that, any splash damage would also attack the Old Man Logan, and you would go much faster. But overall, I think just vanilla Mercs for money are going to be good to go for this node number 5. Let's move on to the next one, Annihilators. That's it. There is nothing else to say about it. We can talk a little bit about the position. In my opinion, the best position would be something like this, when you have Thanos next to Gladiator, and Silver Surfer can also be there, whatever, like Silver Surfer is trash anyway. And then you just want to have Ultimus and Gore far away from the guy with the taunt, especially Gore because he's kind of squishy. And you could use Silver Surfer as a healer isolate, just to make sure that your team is topped off. But we are probably not going to use this team anymore, so keep that in mind. This is more of a gear check, yellow stars check than anything else, to limit how much you can get in terms of yellow stars for Shadow King. So keep that in mind. The enemies that we are facing are an absolute joke. Guardian, Sasquatch, Wolverine, Panapool, all these characters are slow. Annihilators, they are also slow, but these characters have all the old stats, we have the new stats. The only character that you really have to worry about is Old Man Logan, but if you save the ultimate from Ultimus, or if you save the special from Gore, this Old Man Logan is not going to do anything against you, so it's like whatever. Let's move on to the next one. Once again, we have global villains, and we're going to use a similar team like we used it in the past, but instead of using Emma Frost, this time we're going to use Apocalypse. Because the enemies have like stealth mechanics and whatever, you could still use Emma Frost and use her ultimate to clear the stealths from the enemies. We have a few Black Widows, we have Elsa, Morbius, and whatever else. Once again, we have Misty characters, so it's going to be helpful for us to use Morgan Le Fay. And then we have Mordo, Agatha, and we have an enemy Morgan Le Fay. But this Morgan Le Fay, she's not going to get any speed bar, because we are going to be using our Cabal with the Cosmic Crucible effects active, so this is going to be 100% a walk in the park, so not going to be a problem at all. Let's move on to the next section. We have once again Brawlers on node number 8, and this time we are going to bring the big guns. We're going to bring the big guns because we have a Rogue over here, so we need characters faster than Rogue. They have the Cosmic Crucible effects active as well, so that's going to be another problem. And we have a lot of hero characters. Hero characters, none of them have speed up, which is a problem, but we can still take advantage of that. So the characters that we want to use is Val, Thanos, Nightcrawler, Vulture, and Black Cat. So Vulture is gonna get 10% speed bar, plus 10% for each hero enemy that we are facing, and there are a bunch of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hero characters, so that means 80% speed bar for Vulture. And we're gonna apply slow to Gambit and offense down. Then we're gonna try to stun Gambit with Nightcrawler because he has speed up. And then we're gonna stun Rogue with Black Cat. And after that we're gonna use the ultimate from Val that we charged up on the first node. And that wave of enemies, all those enemies right away, all of them will disappear. Then we have Colossus Magic, Kitty Pryde, and Madeline Pryor. These characters are all very slow, they are all nothing burgers. So we can use our Thanos with the Expose from Nightcrawler to make sure that we start getting energy back. Just in case you need to charge up your Thanos from the wave that we did before, the wave number 6, the node number 6, where we had to use Annihilators. You want to make sure that Thanos has always his special and ultimate ready in case you need to use him. Okay, let's move on to the next node where we have once again Mercs for Money and Undying. This time we're going to use a little bit of Undying. You don't have to, but I think it will make it a lot easier. So this is the team that we are going to use. We're going to use Zombie Juggernaut, Deadpool, Old Man Logan, Deadpool, and Hela. I think this is going to be the best setup. You really want to make sure that we have 1 or 2 Gregs, because as soon as those Gregs dying, you're gonna have a massive speed advantage. You are facing Cloak, Dagger, Nova. Nova is the crucial point. Thor, Groot, and Cosmo. So Nova is going first because he has higher speed than all the characters that we have available, and that's fine. You just want to make sure that you use Zombie Juggernaut in the middle. Nova is going to attack Zombie Juggernaut, he's going to kill 1 Greg, and after that is game over. Old Man Logan is going to get speed bar, he's going to get speed up and all those, not speed up, he's going to get increased speed. So he's going to absolutely obliterate all the enemies that we are facing, because this Nova will speed us up or rewind their enemies, and after Cloak, Dagger, Thor and all these guys, they're gonna get destroyed. Just make sure you focus on Cosmo and you are good to go. After that we have Star-Lord Annihilation and Star-Lord. This Star-Lord is going to increase the speed of all these characters, but once again, because we have these Gregs turning winding them, the speed advantage and Old Man Logan just going crazy, it's going to be like meaningless. You have to watch out for this Korg. You want to make sure he has Disrupt with the Ella special. So you want to Hella special on Korg so he doesn't bounce. And after that, it's game over. Like, you absolutely destroy these guys. Watch out for Deadpool. Maybe you want to slow her down or something in order for her to don't one-shot you. But this should not be a problem. Okay, so in the last wave, we have Annihilators plus Illuminati. And for this one, we have Thor, Mighty Thor. We have all these characters, all trash characters, to be honest. You want to make sure that there is no Val around us. So there is a Val on the 3rd wave. You want to make sure that these guys are gone. And there is someone that is very useful here. We have 2 characters that are very useful. You have Black Bolt and you have Gore. If those 2 characters kill anyone, they cannot be revived. So that really shuts down Val. And finally, you have Odin. So it's up to you to decide which team you want to use. But I think Illuminati can one-shot right away those nodes. They have the energy. They have the crit damage, they have the crit chance, they have the sustainability, they have the speed to destroy all of them. So I think this is going to be easy way. And you just have to wait for that last Odin to show up. And you just destroy him. That's it. It's not going to be a problem at all. The only thing that I would tell you is that sometimes you can get higher efficiency by sacking the node first. This is something that people will have to test, if sacking the node is going to help you more or not, because this is always a controversial situation. Sometimes it works, other times it doesn't. So you might want to go for the one-shot, or you might want to go for the sack with the Annihilators and then take your Illuminati team. Or you can even bring some extra Annihilator character with Illuminati and use them like Silver Surfer, right? Because he also is a hero character. So we could also have synergies here. But overall, this should be the teams that you need in order for you to one-shot all these characters. Okay, let's take a look at those safe squads. So you want to go to marvelstrikeforce.com. You want to log in with your account. You want to go to Safe Squads. Let's go. And you want to go to the Tower tab. I use the Tower tab because you don't have a SQUADS tab or anything like that, which is unfortunate. So you want to select everything in case you don't need them. Delete. Now, in my case, I'm going to press share. Okay. We have the code right here on the screen. We're going to copy the import code. I'll make it available also on the comments of the video. And after that, on your account, you want to go to import, press import again, you paste the code, and then you press OK. After that, you are going to select all, once again, select all, copy, you're going to copy all of those, you're going to go to your Tower Safe Squads, and then you press paste, and that's it. You're going to have all the safe squads that, in my opinion, are the best ones, in case you want to unlock these new legendary with a questionable value Shadow King. Like I said, we're gonna be live to test him out in as many places as possible. We're gonna test him Arena, Blitz, Raids, Cosmic Crucible, Dark Dimension, anything that is possible and will be available. We'll be testing out this guy in, and then I'm gonna give you my feedback. My first impressions are not great, but we'll see. So that's going to be the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you smash that like button, and if you found the video helpful, make sure to share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and I will catch you guys later.